New York, and on the new Hot 97 app. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
So, Hov turns 49 today. Woo. 3 kids on stage touring football stadiums with the wife.
Yep.
He ain't got 1 billion streams. He got $1 billion. You know, all that talk. Dropped a verse on the Meek Mill album that, you know, was clearly a fave of the fans, a fan favorite, a critic favorite.
It had been a minute. People have been, it had been a little while since we got a nice new Hov
People
verse.
are starving to hear lyrics from the guy who's been putting on publicly in rap since he was 26 years old. He's 49. That's how great Jay-Z is. Rosenberg had the great idea. I was going to do something a little bit more contentious, but I like your idea.
What yours? I didn't know what yours was. But.
Mine was going to be take calls from people who dislike Hov just so I can hang up on them and tell them they're stupid. But yours is a little bit more productive.
I think mine just has more, something makes more sense.
That's what I want to do. Call right now. Tell me you don't like Hov so I can hang up on you and tell you it's stupid. Rosenberg has a better one.
Well, mine still could lead to the same thing, but it's a better question. I said call up and argue for someone else being greater than Hov all time.
But you can't include Big and Pop.
But no
Big
Big
it just
and
doesn't
Pop.
make sense.
It doesn't make sense. It's not fair. And when you use them, it tugs at people's heartstrings and doesn't allow you to have a real argument. Right. So not Biggie or Tupac.
Their careers, unfortunately, didn't get to last as long. They didn't put out as much material. They didn't get to do the touring and the marriage and, you know what I mean? Because I think part of Jay-Z's greatness goes beyond, because we're not saying best, even though I could argue he's the best. We're saying greatest.
So you're going to be more likely to hear people like Eminem, Kanye.
If you say Kanye, just know. Yeah. Just know.
Drake. Kendrick. I'm just trying to think of names that you could even.
But even there in longevity, it doesn't match.
Yeah. Longevity.
He's 49 today, bro. He was on stage on Sunday in South Africa.
But we also can't make the comparison simply the amount of time you've been in the game, because that's not fair either.
I didn't say simply. I just said he was on stage in South Africa with his wife, who's Beyonce.
Well, yeah. If you score that too high, no one has any chance.
Exactly my point, and I'm scoring it high. Nobody has any chance, but I'm gonna take your calls anyway.
So someone has to call and be like, "I'm married to Janet Jackson."
Basically.
Nope.
I mean,
they still don't go. It's not Beyonce.
Yeah, nobody greater. I would say closest one, LL.
Shawnee.
I'm just saying, not even just because of Queen. They like the same
LL
age.
is
He's been
perfectly, though.
Farmers
Shawnee's from
Boulevard.
Farmers.
Shawnee,
for
if
Farmers
LL
Boulevard, facts.
drops a verse right now, people are not going to go as crazy
No,
as
but that's
they
what I'm
did
saying.
with Hov.
I'm not saying he's even
Don't say that,
comparable.
Laura. LL will come for you on his
Right.
XM radio show.
He will.
You
He
know,
will come for your ass.
Rap
And you know he
Kanye.
already thinks him and Rosenberg still got beef.
Oh,
Rock
man.
the Bells Radio. LL's a legend, an icon. He's one of the greatest to ever do it.
And
He's
rap
not in the
con-
same category.
Rap content-wise, of course not, but longevity, they're like the same age. He's been rocking since he was like 16.
But he's been primarily an actor
And
for the
movie
last 10
star.
years.
Yo, Shorty won't give up.
I'm just saying, if we
Shawnee.
want to create an
I know
argument.
you're trying to hold it down for Queen.
How about this?
but-
Hov is as great as he is, and creatively, he's only done rap. He's done other businesses for sure.
But creatively, it's
But
rap.
as an artist, as a creator, he has only done rap and hip hop.
In all fairness, when I walked into the station this morning, I got in early. People didn't see me. Shawnee was in the room by himself, dancing to the song "Phenomenon." He was something like a phenomenon. Something like a phenomenon.
Yo, why you lying, son? Why you lying?
Shawnee, I didn't know they would react like that. I was just a little joke. I didn't know
Here
the
we
whole
go.
room would point
Let's
at you
set
and
it.
laugh.
Let's set it. Here, let's set it. A greater rapper than Jay-Z. Carrie.
Nas, man.
Nas greater than Jay-Z. I knew that was going to be the first call.
Queens.
Nas, greater than Jay-Z. He whipped him on the beat. Match longevity. Illmatic's the #1 record ever.
Good
That's a
argument.
good point.
That's a good argument.
Some good arguments. I mean, his body of work isn't better, though, I don't think.
Jay-Z's got more albums, more if you start counting hits and
Well, but definitely more hits, but I think Jay also has more great albums. Jay has minimum 3
And I love Nas.
classic albums. Does Nas have 3 classic albums?
oof.
Most people
Man,
would argue.
Carrie?
They went up to get a head-to-head.
Yeah, you still focused on Ether though.
Yeah, I am.
But after he said, "Yeah, I am."
Yeah, no, people like
No,
him.
but after that, what happened after that?
Nas has 3, though.
Life is Good was a good album. The
Good.
last album he just put out was good.
I would say I would give Nas Illmatic, of course. Godson.
Facts.
Love God.
Illmatic is the best of both of their bodies of work, you could argue. That Illmatic's the best one that either of them ever made. But then I think the next few slots are Jay. I think Blueprint,
Black Album.
Reasonable Doubt, and then It Was Written. You know, like that's one. Nas has 1 and 5, but Jay has 2, 3, 4, and then I think has another one. And I think
Stillmatic.
444 is as good as Life is Good.
444 is amazing.
People sleep on
Well,
American.
for girls,
American
but,
Gangster's
Gangsters.
amazing.
Super
Yeah.
Thanks for your call, Kerry. I knew Nas would be the first call.
Oh, yeah.
Nas
Had
would
to
the
be.
best
Nas is great.
contender.
All right, Chris, what do you say? Greater than Jay-Z?
Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Chris again. I'm from Brooklyn, so it pains me to say this, but I'm gonna have to go with Lil Wayne, impact-wise.
What?
You mean influence? You think
I'm
Wayne's a
going
bigger
with-
influence?
I'm going with Wayne. Think about the millennials. We're going 90s generation. Yeah,
Let me tell you something. I don't give a good goddamn about a millennial, in your opinion.
That's not nice.
I don't care if it's
I'm
nice or not.
He's allowed to
The
have
Lil
opinion.
Wayne thing frustrates me. Why does the Lil Wayne thing frustrate me?
Yes.
Thanks
Because
for your
Wayne
call,
is
bud.
amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing, and he's had an amazing career. But he doesn't match up to Jay-Z. He just doesn't match up.
He doesn't. I appreciate the call because he did have a huge influence. But is the stuff that he influenced great?
He influenced mumble rap for sure.
You got to look at who the
He influenced Young Thug and all of that for sure.
and some of that's good. But look who Jay influenced. You look under Jay's tree, the grandchildren, the great grandchildren of Jay, and it's
and
the
Jay's
best.
skill set is so high. It's not easy to be Hov. Like, you can't just mimic what Hov does. You can't. There's not another one. Where when you talk about other artists, I mean, Nas is another one. You can't just do what Nas does. That's one of the problems in hip hop right now, is it's easy to mimic things that are popular. And it makes people believe they're just as good. But you're mimicking things that are sing-songy, auto-tuney, which is cool and melodic.
Hov isn't even mimicable, honestly.
But that's Ebro's point.
Right.
Yeah, because
It's a one-of-one
Nas.
situation. Deshaun, greater
Yes.
than Jay-Z on Jay-Z's birthday.
Who do you think?
Happy birthday, Jay. You know, that's the man and all that. But I'm going to have to give it to my man, Eminem.
Eminem is greater than Jay-Z. I knew this call. This call had to come. Tell us why.
I mean, lyrically, he's just a disaster with it. Like, personally, I don't even think Jay can stand up to him, even though there would never have to be that type of battle within these two. But lyrically, Eminem has it 100%.
Here's the
When
thing, though,
it
Jay.
comes down to just, go ahead.
You have to argue, though, that Jay has, as an artist, aged much better than Marshall. Like, Jay's music still resembles.
Yes.
It's not the same. Neither of them are the same. But
But when you
Jay's
go
music
back and listen
resembles
to
prime
when you
time
go
Jay.
back and listen to Jay, it still feels great. When you go back and listen to some Marshall, while at the time it was a hit or it was funny or it was very gimmicky. There's not a lot of things that stand the test of time.
Well, but I actually meant how they sound now too.
Well,
'Cause
yeah.
Story of OJ is an all-time Jay-Z song. M has had a couple things we liked on the most recent album, but I don't know that you could put any of it with the Marshall Mathers LP era. There's such a distance between now and his prime.
Well, and then I also look at, the way the records serve the consumer, right? Like where people use the music for in their lives. Marshall had hit radio records, and heads that love bars had those. He had storyteller records, dope, things that you love. When you look at Jay had storyteller records, club records, hit records, records that are just for the barsiest of bars people. Like, he covered a lot of ground in how the records get used in your life.
Yep.
And I think when you look at artists and you're gonna say that they're great, do they have records that you're gonna play when you go out, when you're driving around, when you're studying lyrics, when you just want to hear stories?
Right, don't even get into a club conversation. Because if you want to get into a party conversation, there's barely any Eminem to play.
Yeah, like What would you say?
Cass, what
as a
what
DJ?
Eminem do you play out?
What Eminem record would you play at a club?
The only one I probably play would probably be Lose Yourself, and that had to be a moment.
I used to play when I used to be a DJ, and it came out. I used to play Bitch Please too as like an early in the night, like fun. But it's not a smash.
The first one killed that one, so.
Hot 97, it's Jay-Z's birthday. We're going to get back to some classic records before the guru Laura steps in. Nick, who is greater than Jay-Z?
Honestly, Jay-Z, one of the greatest of all time, but new generation's taking over. Tekashi 6ix9ine.